Alright. A couple maintenance tasks to do here. First of all is pause the soundtrack in the background. That's the solution to the song ending too early. Second maintenance task, as we do green path unelevated. I am in a weird spot with work today, where I've got two pretty important things that I need to get done, but I can't do them until I get an email. So I'm just going to be glancing at my second monitor after every game, and I might need to go relatively soon in between games. But if I don't get those emails, I'm chilling. So if we're doing Green Path is life. It's terraforming parameters, but like more importantly, it's life. And important things for life are going to be like pretty much power, and that's it. Green path and blue path play really, really similarly. So among these three, what's going to be best for that? I think scientific is honestly going to be best, and the reason scientific is going to be best is because it will probably let us rush out an early bacteria spreader. So we're going to take scientific. We have tritium and titanium as starting resources. That's pretty good. I'm not upset about it. Let's say that. And then, like, we could do Lena, but +5 power is really good. +3 science is really good. I feel like I take Gustav a lot, but I feel like that's because Gustav is pretty good. So, what can you do? Is there any game audio right now? It sounds very quiet on my end. What if we just crank that? There we go. That might be too loud. I'll keep an eye on the sliders. Anyway, let's grab some titanium first. I think that's going to serve us pretty well. This is a nightmare starting site. Holy cow. So, since power is going to be so important, we probably want to go 4 generators here. We do have a weird university. Like, I don't know if I even want to prioritize science that much. Would it be crazy if we went science, science, science? Yeah, I think it would be crazy, now that I look at it. I think what we might do is science, science, house, house, support. I think I like that. So we get rid of you. Place you here. That's going to be a support building. This is going to be science, and then we can also just get the university down super early. We're not going to spend our silicates on anything else. But then this house is a mile away. Well, it's actually not that bad. We get 1 lucky food crate and a little bit of science, and we're in business. It's not as bad as I thought. Oh, I really want to take a second lab, but like we for sure take science here. Or we for sure take power here. Just get it started really early. Expand it here. Nothing else to do. Now I can just take a lab. Now I can just take power. We want to continue exploring tritium sites. You're gonna go here. There's our trade route. Here's an early bus station. Really early bus station. I will absolutely take that. And then we go here. There's our food. I would like to have tritium. You can have science. I don't have the science for an eco home right now, but it'll arrive in time. Would I take a second eco home? I don't think so. I actually don't want to take any of these. I don't really care about a greenhouse farm. I think I innovate. And then, like, Robot Hub is pretty good. Public baths are sort of good. I haven't found any water yet, and I don't really see any soon. But I don't really need... Well, I do get the synergy. This is an interesting choice. I'm going to take the Robot Hub because it's easier to build the Robot Hub. And then I would really like to get this bus station down next turn so I can get mining on some of these spots. Here's our exploration satellites. Here's another lab. I do take another lab here because I want to use your explorer this turn. I don't know on what yet, though. So bus station we can just tuck, like, either here or here. I guess it doesn't really matter. And then we can expand here, mine. Expand here, mine. We can search here. We can exploration, satellite, more tritium. And then do we need to reevaluate our trade route right now? I don't think so, because I really just want to get this second generator up. What I do want to get down is an early research center. And in order to do that, I guess I'm just going to need to expand the population. This is fine. Wouldn't mind getting nitrates either to get some of these labs up. It's a really early photovoltaic field. And there's an elevated spot. Hard to say no to that. There's some early power for you. 5, 6. One more exploration next turn should get us our second tritium thermal generator out. And I should not be trading you away, I should be trading you away. School's a decent support building. It's a science, and then it's going to be an extra 4 support per turn. It's not bad. As a temporary measure, it's pretty good. Now, what do I need here? I need tritium to get the next generator up, so we explore here. So that we can put this down. We could also put down a robot hub if we wanted to. We're saving science to get the research center down early. I think it's fine to put a robot hub down. And that's going to give us this silicates mine. It's also going to give us this empty tile, which is either going to be a spaceport or a bacteria spreader. Urban planning is quite good. Improved robotics is quite cheap. Oh, urban planning got nerfed. That used to be 2 expansion tiles. Okay. And then I don't really care about advanced land clearance because we're going to have so much power this game. So I guess just give me, like, improved robotics. You know what? I actually think I want a coffee shop instead of a school. Because we're only going to have those 2 houses in that city. We might need those expansion slots. So you get in, you get out. And then I got to find nitrates. Any big nitrate deposits? Yes. It's only 2 power to reach that. So let's do that with the exploration action, and then this is miles away, so we'll use the satellite on it. Next turn, I can build my silicates mine, so that I can start getting some of this stuff out. I want to save you until I get that research center down, though. Could just take a second research center. I think 5 will be okay. I don't think I need to go to 7 choices. So would I rather innovate or just turn it into 1 science? I think I would rather innovate, because innovating will actually just let me build the research center this turn. And we might get something we actually want at the same time. So you are going to come up here. And that's going to be our +2 projects per turn. And then you are going to get built. And that's going to be our labs. You, I could also expand to, if I can find 1 more expansion slot. Which I think would be a robot hub right there. So we're really looking for a robot hub. Auntie's pretty good. We could amp up a lot of the resource deposits we have right now. Beatrix is not great. Especially because we don't really have building room anymore, so we're just gonna take Auntie. There's the robot hub we wanted. Is it competing with anything that's more important? It's competing with a landing pad. Is it really that important to get a gigantic nitrates deposit, like, right now? Or would you rather... I think you'd rather just get a second trade post right now. So here's the plan. We're going to explore a titanium spot. We are going to use that titanium to build a landing pad. Then we are going to start importing titanium, because what I would like to have happen is I would like to bulldoze these old mines, and I would like to upgrade them with in-depth survey. It might take us a little bit, but I think it's going to pay dividends long term. So we absolutely grab 10 titanium here. Now we can grab our robot hub. It's not really competing with anything super important. And then if I destroy you, I can survey you, and then I can rebuild you. And now we're getting 2 titanium per turn instead of 1. The next time this gets to 8, we can do it again. I can also forward my second laboratory now. So 4 science is pretty good. I'm pleased with that overall. What's the next thing we're going for? I'd like to get you up. I'd like to get that coffee shop on the go. So we're looking for big nitrates. We're not seeing big nitrates, we're only seeing small nitrates. I'll take small nitrates then. 5, 6, 7. I could explore here to get 8, and that would probably be fine. I think I gotta take the terraforming building. Because it is kind of... We gotta get moving on it relatively soon here. I can just chuck improved robotics out. And then... No, I should say for mines. This is going to cost 9, 8... We can exactly build this. Upgrade... Hit mine. And then I'd like to explore here, because that's a water deposit that we'll probably be able to reach without too much trouble. We for sure take Cyanophyta here. I would just take a second rocket silo. I know there was a terraforming building there, but I want to up my trade routes. And then what do I really want this turn? Not like a whole lot. This actually doesn't really have a home anymore, so you can just go. I don't think we're getting to 4 nitrates. I think that's a pipe dream. We could just go here to get the science. I think that was what we said the plan should be anyway. So we've got 7 titanium. Next turn we go to 9 titanium, but we're not going to have the power to upgrade that mine yet. Because power's kind of an issue. And power's kind of an issue because I haven't built my resonance station yet. So let's shift over to that. And let's stop exporting that. We can do, like, a tritium. You definitely take one of those. You definitely build one of those. Next turn, I think I want to build this robot hub right here, and I want to expand to this tile for a rocket silo and this tile for a gigantic nitrates deposit. And then I also saw a big silicates deposit over here, so let's grab that. We're also approaching the point where I probably need to get a new city started. You can still do something this turn. We could bulldoze the silicates mine and make a new silicates mine next turn. We could also explore the water tile. It's just an aquifer, but that's okay, we can upgrade it. We're going to be at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's not going to matter, because this is going to cost us 2 power to upgrade. So we just end turn on that. We take our silicates. And I do think we take a terraforming building. So that we can do this. That fixes a lot of our power issues. You can upgrade this to a large aquifer. Next turn, I can build the robot hub so that I can expand there and get a trade route. I would take an android hub. So you go here, you go here. We also go here. Build some dikes around it so it doesn't flood later on. And then if we take one off of here, we put one onto here and one onto here. We should be able to destroy this mine, upgrade it, and then next turn, we can reconstruct the mine on it. We'll also get that rocket silo down. So now what are we building towards? I think what we should be building towards is a bacteria spreader. Which we're just going to have next turn natively, so I think we should be building towards an android hub, which is going to take titanium primarily. Importing more than I'm exporting? How is such a thing possible? You can do like that, I guess is fine. I do love a good combined living center. But I think I just want to keep loading up on terraforming buildings for when we start this next city. So I'd really like to find titanium. Here's titanium. So we go here, which lets us upgrade you to you, which gives us one expansion tile, which lets us build you, which lets us start spreading life. And then also at some point in that we got nitrates, so we'll get a little extra support. You could also upgrade a deposit. We actually don't know about any deposits you can upgrade right now. Is that gigantic silicates? It is. Holy cow. I mean, I guess come and look at this water deposit. It's also a gigantic aquifer. Holy cow, dude. These, like, every resource node we found is just colossal. Could get started on space projects now. We've definitely got the resource income to do it. A little bit of that. And then let's start finding a place to put our next city. That's a plains site. I would really rather not, unless I need to. Maybe come look over here. Also, I'd never replaced this silicates deposit. I should probably do that. That's our last generator, I think, isn't it? It is. So we take you, put you in, and now that place is pretty much done. We shouldn't have to touch it a whole lot from here on forward. Much more interested in a cave city. So I think this is going to be city 2. And then we can borrow that silicates deposit tile so that you can get like a meteorite instead. Anta, you've done great work for us. Mariam is real strong. It's a shame that we're pretty much done with our power scaling already, but it's hard to say no to a free drone hub, and Innovate is also just really good. So I think we take Mariam. I would like to be able to choose a second project at some point this game, so we might as well just grab it now. And then next turn we can go here and we can found a city. I guess I would take a tundra forest. It's mostly just to lock in the plant spreader, so we don't have to worry about getting it later. And then I really think I would skip a second bacteria spreader, just because bacteria is not that much prestige. We have a lot of terraforming buildings in hand, and I think we can probably just skip directly to plants and animals here. So let's grab even more terraforming buildings. Let's discover you, and then let's found a city. You've got one fertile soil tile. So if we wanted to, we could go farm, farm, farm. We could do house, 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 support building. And then we'd still have a lot of space left over. This is a lava tube, so it's going to be pretty good for keeping people happy overall. Let's go ahead and found and do that. So you go here. And then out here is going to be an oxygen factory eventually, and then a gas factory behind it, because people don't like living next to a gas factory. But that'll get some atmosphere going. I mean, I could put in more of them even. That's also going to be a house, so people aren't going to want to live there, but they'll be fine living out here. Could also afford the development center right now. Should get that in. Because now I'm like, I could take a second bacteria spreader. No, it's still a lot of science to spend. I could take a hydroponic farm. Would be real good on that fertile soil patch. And you've got a large aquifer that you could work. Eventually. We're also going to have to figure out how this place is expanding. We got to start looking for like robot hubs and bus stations again. A silicate asteroid? I'm not super interested in that right now, I'm sorry. But here's our robot hub, and then here's our terraforming parameters. So those are great picks. We can also get you in now. And then next turn, we probably build robot hub. Or this turn, because that site had power. That works too. You can just go here. And then you're gonna get... grab a nitrates deposit. And then also claim that large silicates deposit so that you can come over here and get this meteorite. And you can turn this into a research station. We'll also build some flood walls for you. +1 global radiation. That's okay. We will be fine. I'm not going to need that for the cave city. The 5 support per turn is nice, but we can just fill it out with houses. Wouldn't mind having a couple extra plants for food income. So let's grab that. And then do you need to explore this turn? Is there anything that I'm super short on? Yes, water. Is there any water around? Yes, but like the exploration satellite can do it, so I think we'll innovate here for the second pick, and we'll definitely take a spaceport. Where will the spaceport go? Well, if we put it here, we get +1 support in New Quito, and we get a free titanium trade route. If we put it here, we get a free water trade route and a free silicates trade route, but we don't get the support income. I think I'm okay with that. I don't think the support income is really going to be that important. Although we are at -14 right now, maybe I should be a little more concerned than I am. Support for every new robot, increase projects per turn, 2 titanium city building. Hey, this seems like it could be pretty good, maybe. Science is quickly turning into our dump resource, I think. We're making 6 per turn. We're very unlikely to need that amount of science. Terraforming building. Exploration satellites are always just kind of good to have. So I think we can go you and you. Enable you. Start you. Should be saving up for a spaceport here. Let's research here. We're not doing anything else with our science right now. We should save up for a spaceport. So let's see if we can find any big tritium deposits that hasten that process. It looks like no. And those are all pretty power hungry out there as well. Let's see, what could we do instead? Because if we just wait, we'll have it in 2 turns. We'll explore 1. Explore 1, yeah, it costs 5 power, but then at least next turn you can make the spaceport. And I do think I'll put it here just to get the extra support, because I'm a little worried about support income right now. This, as much as I would love to take more terraforming stuff, I really think we gotta just go with expansion tiles. And then rather than innovate, I actually want to just build a cheap little drone hub in here. It gets us an expansion tile. We can start to unlock some of these rocky plains. And we can upgrade our spaceport at the same time. I'd really like to grab this water tile. But at well, I think I could afford -1 support, considering how important it is. I do not want to extract for oceans, though. It's going to be a pit mine. I need the water for animal spreaders eventually. Definitely take life form delivery, since we're, like, at some point need to actually get prestige on the planet. Local culture center. 3 support per turn per distance away from nearest other city. I mean, it's not that far. So I think we're probably not going to be doing that. Is this just an innovate turn? I think this might just be an innovate turn. To get more robots? Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good innovate turn. And then we're still short on the pit mine. I need titanium. So let's give it a turn to just chill. And we can put some more terraforming factories in. So I don't want to spend these. I would rather build this mine. I'd also rather build that mine that we'd never rebuilt. Take that. Really want to take that too. But like all the projects we have right now are pretty good. I guess I could like I mean, it is only 20. I think exploration satellites are probably the worst thing here. And then, are you just going to innovate forever from now on? No, we should be exploring. Exploring gets you a lot of resources in the long run. You're going to be a pit mine, so we can work towards this hydroponic farm. And titanium per O2 level. I would like that to work the other way if possible. We'll just take the plant spreader. Alright, we gotta start saving a lot of our titanium. Also, we should finish this first. Migratory cycles. All life forms spread 20% faster if the same life forms are present. Yeah, that's going to be very good. This is going to be very good. This is going to be, like, pretty good. So we do you, we enable you, everything floods. We should dike that eventually, but I kind of need the titanium to get some of these mines up. I gotta build more titanium mines. That's a gigantic deposit. We could, like, slowly work our way over there. But support is starting to get pretty bad. I think it'll be okay because the terraforming parameters are ticking up relatively quickly, and so that's going to give us a nice little support buffer. So I think I can afford to do something like this here, so that I can go here and here, and it looks brutal on support, because it kind of is, but I really think we need to increase the amount of titanium we're producing to handle all of these terraforming buildings that we want to build. Trade routes are not assigned. Okay. I can do that. Get plankton or arctic hares. 1 oxygen and 0 temperature. That's going to happen relatively soon. Give me the animal spreader. Also comfortable waiting for 2 robots. No, I don't really have the space right now, more than anything else. I think we just turn this into science and we explore. And what do we want to explore for? Titanium, obviously. It's like the most important thing we need right now by far. So there's a deep core mine. Up to 7 titanium per turn. That seems like a pretty good spot to be in. We'll come over here and spread life. This should be nice and fast because we finished that project. Some trade routes aren't assigned. I can fix that too. I would really love to see like another 1 or 2 spaceports, just to really launch some of these space projects. No pun intended. Moving a rock provides the titanium. A little late for that. Also a little late for sewage plant, but converting 3 silicates to 10 titanium is really good. Versus making animal spreaders cheaper and doing a bunch of life form import. Hey, that's just going to be better for the goals that we've got right now. And here's exactly what we asked for. We get our spaceport. A giant heater might also be relatively important for making sure we can place life forms that are super high prestige. So we'll grab that, and then we'll throw out a landing pad. Now, I can't help but feel like these turns are going to matter. We are at 18 nitrates, and we want to build 2 plant spreaders, so I feel like this mine needs to go up soon. That is going to involve finding more titanium. I need to save 6 turns with you to do all of those. So we can afford to explore and study 4 times. There's 1. Would also like to get another city down here eventually. We have, once again, kind of run out of space for all of our terraforming buildings. Really, it should be, like, here, probably. A crater's pretty good. Also, we could just build this nitrates mine now that I look at it. Anything else? Do we want to build a robot hub? I don't think we want to build a robot hub. Yeah, these tiles are going to be relatively important, but I don't think we need to do it yet. I can afford to wait a turn. There's atmosphere ticking up. A second life form delivery would be kind of interesting. We'll basically get every life form if we take it. GMO lab is also really interesting, because we're not doing anything with our science. So let's do this and this. This is just going to get built immediately, and it doesn't look very impressive now, but when we get the hydroponic farm down on that tile, it will be very impressive. And I also think now is our opportunity to build the spaceport, so this is going to get upgraded to a robot hub, so that we can expand here, so that we can build you. I am just going to take the higher prestige plants. The higher prestige organism is the one that gets picked from here on out. And then I'd also like to expand here for a mine and here for a mine. Should also be using that free trade route that we get. I would rather turn you into water, I guess. And then let's just start importing life forms. Penguins are 11, Metallodurans are 2. It's penguins. Trade route's not assigned. Okay. Something like that. And then like that. Radiation shielding seems quite good. Another spaceport seems quite good. I think we just take these 2. Start finishing that. And then then we can also explore here. And we can explore here. And we can get ready to found that city, which actually kind of looks garbage now that I look at it, but all we need it for is holding terraforming buildings. We don't actually need it to expand anywhere. It's just going to be mono terraforming stuff. Am I okay with that? I think I'm okay with that. Get this mine set up again. That's a free trade route. We can put that towards water. We can put that towards water. Just keep working on this hydroponic farm. Also the animal spreader. Or we could take a break and just redirect the asteroid. 30 science and 30 titanium's real easy to do. So let's minimize this. We'll take a bus station for now. I don't think we need another plant spreader. I don't think we need a lot of any of this, to be honest. So we enable you, and then we come back to this decision. We say that we will redirect it. I'd like to finish that, just so that it can start ticking, and we have plenty of trade routes to actually finish this in time. So I'm not stressed about it. We're at 13 water, 29 food. Next turn we can found this city. And we can start just slamming it full of terraforming buildings. And in the meantime, we'll just keep importing. Polar bear is very scary, but they are 20 prestige, so we take them. We can also build our gigantic nitrates mine. So now we can start cranking these plant spreaders out. We will take the terraforming building, I guess. That just means we'll have to build something this turn, and I think the something we build this turn is probably a bus station. Because that's going to cut down on the support penalties we're taking for being all the way out here. Also gives us that silicates mine, so we get an extra free silicates trade route. And then also gives us this spot, which is probably where like a plant spreader can go. Then we found you. We kind of want people to live out of the way of everything else here, so I think we're going to go like here and here. And that'll be a support building. This will be a buffer, and then everything else in here is just going to be terraforming buildings. Kelp Forest is 6 prestige, Coral Reef is 18. It's a coral reef. And then I'm exporting more than I'm importing. Something like that, and then something like this. Just crank on that project. I can't hold any of these things. We'll take robots, because there's robot synergy, I guess. I'd really like to take another one of you, but I don't think I'm gonna have to throw something else out of my hand if I take you. So I think you're just getting turned into science. You're gonna get a single robot hub as a buffer, so that you can just look at these 2 tiles. We're going to import a temperate forest. We're going to explore. And then we're going to import again. 15 versus 18, we take 18. We enable you. 32, we absolutely take a temperate rainforest. That is a crown jewel of this path. We really want to make sure we get that one in. And then we'll start filling you out. So, current problems. Our support income is negative, but it's fine. It's not dire. Our power production is a little low, if anything, but we just keep spending it on stuff. And we've made virtually no progress on Green Path, and it's turned 36. So I'm a little worried about that, mostly because these lifeform spreader buildings have cooldowns on them. But we are about to start putting down our big plant spreaders. I would love both of these, honestly. So plant spreader 1, can you do anything? You can get a tundra forest down. Let's get that going. Plant spreader 2 is going to be along in a little bit. And in the meantime, we're just going to keep working on terraforming parameters. So we get you down. That's finally going to kickstart heat production. We're going to do some genetic modification for probably a temperate rainforest to get the heat parameter down to 1. And then all we have to do is fill out rain. So anytime we see a moisture project, we pretty much have to take it. Which means you're probably never going to get finished. Horses are 18, whales are 27. We take whales. Here's the water project that we knew that you were never going to get finished for. So we take that. We take another spaceport. You just, you know, put it here eventually. Build this mine. And what are we short on? Nothing. We'll be able to build that next turn. So we just keep exploring. That we should probably activate. It's going to shred that nitrate spine, but that's okay. This is technically a support building. So we take it, we put you like here. It uses a little bit of titanium, that's okay. We explore here. We take a titanium. Do we take a no, we don't take a titanium mine. Because I would rather have it be a spaceport. To get more trade routes. And then next turn we'll set that up as a mine. We also finally hit 23 water, so we can put this in. And then we still have 1 power. You're going to import life forms this turn, I guess, then. 28 prestige for dolphins, we take. Next goals. We need to find an empty tile that we can put a plant spreader and an animal spreader on. Long Fosse Junction's pretty much full, but these 2 slots are going to be houses, which means we'll get that tile, and probably that tile, and maybe that one if we do like a skyscraper or a combined living center. So we will have tiles to... oh my god. So we will have tiles to expand to. Yeah. Just grab it, like you kinda need to, and then stop importing water, start importing food. It's one of the easiest ways for us to fix our support income right now is just by having more people live in the cave city. You can come up here. It's more titanium. We can't afford to build it. It's not that bad. We're good on trade routes? Yeah, we're good on trade routes, but next turn we're going to have to adjust for the asteroid. Jagrov, not this time. I think Deja is going to be better, because we haven't done any of those yet, and if we need to, we can just pump out space hotels to fix things. And we have a ton of space projects right now. I'm really tempted, but it's expensive, and I don't think it's really going to matter. Gene Vault, on the other hand, might matter a lot. So we grab you. And I think we commit to Long Fosse as being the city where this kind of expansion happens. Atmosphere is already at +9. I would be willing to sacrifice 1 gas factory for that. So that we can really concentrate all of our lifeform spreaders in Long Fosse Junction. We build you for an extra 5 support, expand here, next turn, that's going to be a plant spreader. And then next time, well, we could even just do it right now. 7, we're a long ways away from the animal spreader. We don't actually need to. I would like you to do that for sure. Just to get that project finished so that I can go back to doing terraforming parameters. And then you can just expand here. I would love to, and you don't really compete with anything else right now. The rest of these? Like, maybe? Sure? Plant spreader here. We still can only do Tundra Forest, but it's going to change soon. Don't you worry. And then, do we have any other elevated tiles that we can use? Yes, we can just upgrade you. You can go from 10 to 11. Can also repair you. So support is down to minus 47 per turn. That's a reasonable stopgap, I think. It's not good, but we have kind of stemmed the bleeding a little bit. We could also just upgrade your bus station to a train station. That gets rid of most of the unhappiness penalties we have, and it gets us 2 extra tiles. So we can do 1 here, we can do 1 here. And now any life spreader buildings we get are going here, because we're going to be able to take advantage of this gene vault. And then with the rest of your time, you can just explore. Find a cheap tile to explore and explore it. More homesteads, oxygen factory, seaweed farm. Probably not going to build any of these if we're realistic, but I guess give me the homestead. Sailing school, giant dew collector, +1 water per turn? No, you're not the one I want. I want the cloud seeder, the one that actually increases rainfall. Give me androids for synergy. And then just turn the other one into a science. We're at 11 water, we need to get to 18. Stop importing food. 11, 13, 16, 18. And then put the rest of the trade routes into other stuff. We can afford to put more terraforming buildings down, so we will do so. I don't think we can do that, because it only applies once per space project, and we used it on all 3 of those projects already, so once again, I think you're just going to explore. Lions, I would. We don't have... Well, we are going to have the space for exploration satellites, but we're going to be working on those 2 other projects for a while. I think you're less important now than you were previously. A dock might be good, but we're not near any water as far as I know. I don't think I'm taking any of these. Just turn them into science. So we enable this, we get the asteroid monument, we can put it in a city. It gives 7 support. Well, here's our spot for support stuff. Alright, we're down to 24 now. Next turn we can build a homestead. Could also put down an oxygen factory, like here. Could also build a spaceport. I mean, why don't you just upgrade that into a spaceport? And then let's recalibrate our trade routes here. We've got free, free, free. We've got 5 free imports. What do we want to spend that on? Probably water, unfortunately. So really we have 2 free imports. We could take elephants, yeah. 18 versus 15, we take horses. And then I think, unfortunately, you're just going to have to do nothing this turn because there's no tiles left that are a single power to explore. The silicates asteroid? Don't need it, let it pass. Probably don't need that spaceport either. And I don't have an ocean location to build an electrolysis plant. So that's also going away. Should try and fire that dormant volcano up. Once I have, oh my god, 15 support. Holy cow. We're saved. I mean, we could expand to it. Yeah, let's start saving up tritium for that. We'll keep importing water until we build this animal spreader. And then I'm going to switch it over to tritium so that we can restart that volcano to get some free terraforming parameters. And then you can just explore things for support. Trade route's not assigned? Oh, okay, fair. I think we also need to dike this thing because we're about to flood it. Here's atmosphere parameter ticking up. I really don't have a place to put another spaceport, so I think I'm just declining projects from now on, unless they're really doing something that we need. Burn through all of our titanium. $16, 18 water next turn. So this we could stop. We could just shift it over to tritium right now. And then let's explore for more tritium. 17, 21, 25. We'll actually have it next turn. We can restart this volcano. Also, that tile had water in it. We can just build the animal spreader now. Not enough oxygen for anything right now, huh? Well, next turn we can spread animals in Tempe, it looks like. Might be a little cold. Temperature proving to be a bit of a problem right now. But that's okay, that's what volcanoes are for. Second gene vault, too. Huh. I mean, it's so cheap, why wouldn't you just grab one? And you could put it... You could put it in New Quito. But New Quito doesn't really have anywhere left to expand to. You could replace science buildings at this point. Like, is going from 7 science down to 3 science really going to kill you? I don't think so. So, we put you here. We want to replace you with a house. That's going to give us an expansion tile. And then with the expansion tile, we can go, like, here, and we can build another plant spreader or something like that. You, we can restart. And then we'll just repair you. Oh, we don't have the titanium. Next turn, we'll just repair you. We could also plunk a giant heater down. Wouldn't do so badly here, honestly. Because the rain in Tempe is good, the oxygen level in Tempe is good. It's just the heat that's a problem. Oh, never mind, we can put sharks down. 5 turns. Okay. That should take care of things pretty quickly. Trade route's not assigned? I'll work on it. I really need titanium, I think, for 2 of these and 1 of these. So let's get titanium in here. Let's get our free water out of the way. I can trade nitrates away. I can definitely trade science away. And I'll just take 1 more titanium. And then you can just go explore wherever you want. Doesn't bother me. I don't think we take any of these. Actually, we might want to grab a dock, just in case we can expand out here. Do the water parameter. As a temporary measure, I'm going to upgrade you into 1 of you, so that I can get this, so that I can build this. Boreal rainforest dark bacteria. Plankton. So all we're looking for now is buildings that spread life. That's it. That is the only thing we're worried about. To get there, I would dump more science. I would take in more food, I guess. And you can still perform an action, huh? Just go explore there. Don't need a lab right now. Don't really need like any of these, but I guess open science database is fine. We take a spreader. The rest of these don't matter. We need to get to 18 water. I think that should take care of it. 13, yeah, that'll take care of it pretty easily. 4, 5. Can also repair you. Nitrate's mine. I don't need either of those, honestly. So I think instead we're just going to come up to New Quito and we're going to build a homestead for extra support. That's going to get us +1 tile expansion. I kind of want a shipwright for them, because we could expand out into this ocean. I can't do that without a dock, unfortunately. I could take this tile over from you. It doesn't really accomplish anything. I could just take this tile, and then I could make a dock here, and then I could start expanding out there. So let's do that. We'll dike, and then I can expand here, and I can expand here. So we could start putting some water buildings down. We have an ocean deep core mine that we could put down. We could also just extract that, though, given that our trade routes are insane value right now. Just stick a space hotel in there. That'll be something to do. 11 prestige versus 2. Heat ticking up. Great news. Shipwright. Great news. Skyscraper. Great news. Cloud seeding. Great news. What's more important? I think cloud seeding is probably the most important. Because we can cloud seed Tempe to set up a... I actually think we might be there like right now. We need 3 rain and 1 water. So if we extract this, and then we destroy this, and extract this, we'll be at 90 water, which will put Tempe at 2. With a cloud seeder, it will go to 3. And because we gene modded the tropical rainforest, it only needs 1 heat. The only question is what we bulldoze to get there. I honestly think we bacteria spread one more time, and then we replace the bacteria spreader. Then in the meantime, you can go here. You can go... well, anywhere you want, really. Here. Yeah, it's got a killer soundtrack. And then when can I use you again? 8 turns? That's I think we've got it on lock here. I think we're good. When does my next plant spreader come up? You're active now, you're active in 1 turn. I can use you right now then. Do I have anywhere I can expand you to? No, you're all kind of busy. But I could do this. And then I can do... well, like, not really anything. I guess I could start another space hotel. So we're going to end turn. We might win on the spot here. We'll see. We've outpaced our oxygen boost. We don't need Isabella anymore. But we also don't really need Hong Tao. This is not a choice that matters. I guess I'll take the import life form. Don't need any of those. So we spread bacteria. We'll spread plankton. Why not? Then we immediately replace you. Then we grab our plant spreader. We set up a temperate rainforest, and that's it. Yeah. Temperate rainforest is just so strong for the prestige. It's over half of your goal. It's just the 1 temperate rainforest. So there we go. Turn 51. Not horrible, considering that around like turn 40, I realized I was only running 2 spreader buildings. I was a little concerned about that, but we made it through. We're gonna check email quick. Not for you, for me. Holy cow, this is a lot of stuff to respond to. Give me 2 minutes here, and I'll mute so you don't hear my keyboard clacking.